Everybody, my name is Anthony Shire, otherwise known as the Insurance Claim Guy. I'm a public insurance adjuster, and we're going to talk today about what your home insurance policy covers. And rather than being all boring and giving you a list of stuff where you got some pictures so that you can recognize a covered loss when you see it. So, first of all, fire, smoke, lightning, and explosion are all pretty common claims. Damage from ice damming, generally damage to the roof from the ice damming. Sometimes the gutters are damaged, and then the interior water damage that occurs from the ice damming. Weight of ice and snow that often collapse rafters, collapse where all or part of a structure falls down. Cars running into your home, whether it's your car or somebody else's. Windstorm, so trees blown into your house, shingles blown off, siding blown off, roof leaks and skylight leaks from rainstorms. Now, I always wonder why somebody would take a perfectly good roof and cut a hole in it because skylights always seem to leak all the time. Melted siding, even from accidents that we cause, lifted shingle from the wind, burned carpet. These embers pop up and will damage carpet. Siding damage, even it could be from a tree branch or it could be from kids throwing a baseball or hitting a baseball, golf ball, a rock from the lawnmower as well. Any water that enters through the window, this is usually wind-driven rain. This is mostly covered under the policy. Now, this looks like a little bit of damage, but it's really indicative. There's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Once again, there's some ice and snow. Burglary. Burglars do a lot of damage that you wouldn't think. So you're gonna have some window damage here, windowsill damage. If they break the window, then you get shards of glass on the inside in carpet, and you can't get that stuff out. So they would replace the carpet. And if you're not home when a burglary happens, they could owe you and should owe you to the insurance company to replace anything that's open and could have been tampered with, because this could be your neighbor that doesn't like you, stage it to look like a robbery, but there's Nair in your shampoo. There's laxative in your milk. You never know what they're going to do, or worse, right? So anything that can be tampered with should be replaced. Smoke damage. Smoke is a big claim, and most people are owed literally tens of thousands of dollars for the damage that's in their home to literally every surface. And you'll see that as lines on your ceiling. You might see even like the gray dots where all the screw heads are. Forced air systems will blow that through a home, and all your clothing, everything needs to be addressed. Water that enters the house from the ground or higher. So a normal exclusion in a home insurance policy is surface water. But what surface, right? Because if the water is on the roof surface comes in, it's covered, right? So ground surface water exclusion. So from the ground or higher, any water that comes in the house is typically there's coverage for the damage that it causes. Our stupidity, once again, like deck stain overspray, paint overspray, spill a bucket of paint on hardwood floors or laminate floors, like that stuff is a covered loss. Roof leaks, more water through the windows. Hail's a big one. Tornadoes, hurricanes, we all know those. Water leaks from your appliances. If you have a home, I'm willing to bet there's a water spot somewhere in your home, generally from something that had leaked. And you'd be surprised what you're really owed for these things, especially when the toilets come up and things like that. But toilet sinks, tubs, dishwashers, ice maker, washing machines, water heaters, sewer backups, pipe breaks, drain lines, frozen pipes. Water leaking under the sink. So you wouldn't think that's an insurance claim, but depending on exactly how far that water went or what the cabinets are made out of, it could be a considerable a claim. Leaking dishwasher, they all seem to let loose and damage your floors, damage the cabinets next to them. Theft and vandalism, graffiti, eggs on siding, tenant vandalism is a big one. A lot of these are wrongfully denied because the insurance company says, well, that's just hard living. And depends on the facts of the matter. Flooring damage is very, very common, and probably the most common claim that never gets claimed. Hardwood laminate carpet, they're all susceptible to water, or you move a piece of furniture and you cause some damage to it. Happens all the time, but most people don't think stuff like that is covered. Accidental damage, even if caused by the homeowner. Bleach on carpet. I did a claim when the lady put the bleach on the top of the top of the jug, and she had one of those motorized stair things, and every couple steps you see a drip, drip, drip. She was owed not only the carpet upstairs, the hallway, the bathroom, down the steps, and the living room as well, until she went to the kitchen and dining room because she went to the kitchen to put that bleach away. Cracked tiles, so impact damage to a floor, typically covered loss, but they're very, very intricate claims. You always want help when submitting a home insurance claim. Melt the siding from the barbecue grill as well. Mold, I always say the mold is a four-letter word. Typically, it's covered even if you don't have coverage for it. But I say it's a four-letter word because most homeowners will want to say they have mold and they don't have mold coverage. Insurance company's going to make you, most people don't have mold coverage, right? So insurance company's going to make you get rid of the mold because it's a hazard in your house. Now you got to pay out of your pocket for it. But the problem is the water, and get the water covered. And once that water is covered, well, the mold's covered if it's part of a covered loss anyway, even if you don't have mold coverage. Code upgrades in some policies, actually most policies, there's code upgrade coverage, but not in every policy. So what code upgrade means, if you need thicker plywood on your roof because your roof is old, now the new building codes require thicker plywood. Normally you would have to pay it out of your pocket, and the home insurance company wouldn't owe you for that. But if you have the code upgrade coverage in your policy, that should be part of the covered loss. And yes, even acts of God are covered. Well, I hope you learned something today. My name is Anthony Shire. If you want to know if you have coverage gaps in your home insurance policy, or if you have any kind of like eyesores or things that you saw in this video where you want to know, hey, is this covered? Is it worth putting in the claim? Email me, insuranceclaimguy@gmail.com, or go to my website, insuranceclaimguy.com, and you can schedule a time, whether you're a homeowner looking for more information about your home insurance policy and the coverage gaps, or you had a recent claim that you want help with, you can choose Settlement Double Check. And thanks for the time. My name is Anthony Shire, the Insurance Claim Guy.